This is a review of Etro Spring 2023 show. Before I begin the review, I want to give a little background of Etro. Etro is an Italian brand founded in 1968. For this collection, they have a new creative director, Marco De Vincenzo. So what Etro is known for is primarily the paisley print, fringe, and kind of like a boho aesthetic. So I am curious to see what this new creative director would present for spring 2023. So with that said, let's begin the review. A very interesting floral coloring. I can kind of see it for the brand. First look. Okay. I do see a reinterpretation of the paisley with a floral, so that's interesting that this is how this new creative director is reinterpreting the paisley. That's a logo of Etro. The Pegasus. Is that like a bird paisley? It's interesting. I'm seeing a bird paisley, and I'm seeing some fruit thing going on. I'm not sure. I feel like, okay, this is a very classic, as a shirt trench. So I would say that I'm seeing a lot younger looks, you know, in this collection. This is just the beginning. So maybe it's a styling, but what's interesting is the styling is very young, but the coloring is very subdued. So it's like a interesting juxtaposition of the two of a youthful styling, but the color is very subdued. So it's like an older kind of color palette. I don't know if I've ever seen stripes with Etro. I've seen like a florals, and I've seen yeah, paisley, and it's interesting that I don't see the boho aesthetic as much, you know, from what I've seen so far. So there is the Pegasus, the logo of Etro, being embroidered on these looks. It's not very obvious because it's tonal to the outfit, so it's black and black, and it's pink on pink, and I'm sure there's like this green has the logo also probably. Yeah, I can see it, but again, it's very sedated. And the styling, it is very interesting how the Etro customer who are used to more like an older boho look with a different, you know, paisley, how they're gonna receive this collection. I haven't seen this in any of the Etro looks before. Again, it's a new direction for Etro, so I am very curious to see how the Etro customer is going to receive it. Because again, it looks, the styling itself is very young. I would like to, because I think that if you style this differently, you know, yeah, like it's a sweater dress, you know. That's another thing. Denim is it's big for spring. Again, I guess it's a new print for Etro under this creative director. I see this. I think it's like a cherry print. It's something new that I haven't seen with Etro before. But they are known for vibrant colors because you can even see it from spring 2022. Yeah. I have never really seen Etro written up like as a logo like this. I think that in some of their prints they do have Etro written in some of the prints, but it's the first time I'm seeing it as like a logo. The baseball cap. Interesting for, again, it's a styling. This is another thing that I've seen multiple designers have done is some kind of like tube top or some kind of bikini top, some kind of like crop top with like a bra look effect, you know, whether it's just string bikini or it's a bra or some kind of, yeah, like underpinning piece. Yeah, the tie dye again with the open neckline with the cold shoulder. This is it's a neckline for spring 2023, I think. I've seen a little of this portrait neckline. I didn't see a lot of it, but definitely that open neckline. And I think like there's a lot of crop tops like this. It's interesting. Okay, so I see like a bird theme going on with the prints. This is the most subdued coloring for Etro that I've seen, especially for spring. Usually like their spring coloring is very vibrant and vivid. So I think it's very interesting that this is the direction of this under this new creative director. Shorts is also another thing that I've seen multiple designers have done in lieu of the miniskirt. Another portrait neckline. There's a top and not. That's interesting. Again, the color is very. It's very interesting for Etro. The colors. Because you do get a lot in this collection that is style young, but I think to keep maybe their target customer base, I think they're making the color a lot more subdued. It's just my interpretation of it, but who knows. Yeah, even this yellow, it's a little bit on the less vibrant side of yellow that I'm used to for a spring collection from Etro. That's another thing with this like kind of burnt out lace. I've seen it like in multiple collections. So I am interested to see, you know, how many designers are using this kind of burnout lace or lacing or lace, like whether it's, I've seen like in crochet, I've seen this kind of effect. I've seen it in very little of the embroidered lace. It's kind of like a more crochet feel to the lace for spring. Definitely you don't see the boho fringe, you know, that you are normally used to in the aesthetic of Etro in this collection. And I think that the way this collection is represented, even in the hair and the styling, again, to me it just looks very young in comparison to the other collections. If you want to see an in-depth review of the looks and how to style it, please join my Patreon for the full fashion review of this show and many more from the Spring 2023 runways. I do like this collection because I find it very wearable, but I am very curious in how the Etro customer is going to receive the collection, because again, like, there is a paisley, but it's a very subtle paisley. It's in that bird print that in the first look, and it's kind of repeated very minimally across the collection. The styling is very young, what you're typically used to seeing from Etro. And then the other thing is, the interesting thing is to offset that, the colors of the collection is a lot more, I would say, like subdued, you know. So I guess it's like it's a juxtaposition of the two, of a young and an old kind of mashup. So I think that, you know, some people might find it jarring, but I think that it might be a fresh take, you know, to refresh if you're really into Etro's aesthetic. That there are things that you can kind of, you know, refresh if you happen to like Etro's the prints, you know, and the style aesthetic. I feel like it's a little different, but it's not so off, because again, if you look at Etro's previous collections, they are very wearable silhouettes, even if you take away the print. And I think that it's the same thing with this collection. So yeah, I think that it would be interesting to see, you know, where the customers would take it. So I would be interested to see like how sales are gonna do for this collection, because again, it is different, you know. So I think like for some customers, the different might not be received well, but I think for others it might be like a refresh. So I am interested to see how it's going to be pulled for styling, and how like if stylists are going to put it into their customers or whatnot. I want to see how it's styled. Like, it's just a very interesting collection. So I am interested to see it at a store. Yeah, so I will do a review when the time comes. I hope you liked this video. Give a thumbs up if you did. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions. And please subscribe and help me grow this channel. Thank you. Bye.